Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Prizepicks video. This one we're talking about Monday Night Football. We got the Bills and Jets in this one, and we have 4 picks in the video for you guys to consider, so stay tuned to hear all 4 of the picks we have. And if you guys want more picks from me plus a bunch of other cappers, we just post our favorite picks in the Dynamo private Discord. You can see in NFL Sunday we went 17-6 overall. I went 7-1 with my NFL picks. Volo 5-1. Some big hits over here. We've seen some big wins in the Discord in all sports, not just NFL, college football, MLB, WNBA as well. Definitely check it out. Less than $1 per day, or less than winning just a $5 3-pick slip. So if we can help you do that with some of our picks. You guys saw these records and streaks we've been going on over here with our cappers just posting their favorite picks, and we do all sports over there, so definitely check it out. And if you play on Prizepicks and Underdog, you have to be playing on Parlay Play as well. It's just like those sites. Ton of slash lines over here. You get $5 just for signing up. Don't even have to deposit. But then they also do have a 100% deposit match. After that, you can see what I did with my $5 here on a slash neighbors line. So check them out as well down below. And we'll see you guys in the Dynamo private Discord. You guys saw those records and our streaks, giving out our top picks in all sports. So let's get into this one for this game. First one I'm going to go to here, going to be Aaron Rodgers. We're going to go to the completions for him. You know, it hasn't been the same Aaron Rodgers here. As far as mobility, that's really what you think of in the vintage Aaron Rodgers here. But passing the ball, he's still been effective, has been having some huge completion games. And I like that in this spot against Buffalo here. Should be playing from behind. They're only 1-point underdogs in this one. With my picks, I'm considering them bigger underdogs in this game. And it's only a 40-point total as well here. So I do think the Jets are going to be playing from behind in this, so my picks are going to reflect that as well. Going with Rodgers over on the completions, I think he's going to have to be passing a lot in this one to keep up with the Buffalo Bills. So I like going with Rodgers here. You can see his last 3 games, he has 27, 24, and 29 completions. These last 2 games have been low scoring, but also close games where the Jets have barely lost here, trying to come back towards the end. I think we could see kind of a similar game to like this 17-23 that we saw against Minnesota just last week here. We had 29 completions. He's been passing the ball a ton. Running the ball, the Jets haven't been super effective, and probably not a good team to get it going against here in Buffalo. So I do think he's going to still have to pass a lot, have some high passing numbers here. You can see Buffalo, ton of teams passing against them, 25th in the league here, giving up almost 35 pass attempts per game. So definitely good for Rodgers here to get a good amount of pass attempts, and I think that this game script is going to play out where he's going to have to pass a bunch. So I like going to him here on the pass completions. And then with completions, we're going to go to receptions on his favorite target here, Garrett Wilson. Especially last week, we saw him target Wilson a ton. I like him on the receptions here at 5.5. He's really just the go-to guy, and finally, we've been seeing it here for Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers. If they're going to have a solid season here, their connection is going to have to be one of the best in the league, and I think they're starting to build that, and it should just grow on that in this game, especially if they're going to keep this one close and possibly win. We see here that last game he had 13 catches. 2 games before that, 5 and 5, just missed this one, and then 6 in the first game. And then we can see the targets as well. So 11, 6, 9, 8, and 23 targets last week. So do like to see that huge target number last week, but even before that, 8 and 9 probably should have gotten there in those games with the 6 catches. But also Buffalo here allows the 24th most receptions in the NFL, almost 23 receptions per game. So liking Garrett Wilson to have another big one like he did last week with all those catches and all those targets. And last season, basically was hitting this one at a 50% rate with a lot worse quarterback play, obviously, because Aaron Rodgers didn't play the entire season. Another thing to look at here is OddsJam. If you want to check them out, they do have a 7-day free trial. Just use that link down below to check out OddsJam. But one of their favorite picks for this game, over that 5.5. FanDuel has us at 6.5, and then you got it at like minus 135 to go over on a site like DraftKings, minus 161 on a hot streak, minus 156 on a parlay play. So those sites really liking it. That's what OddsJam is going to give you, the top value picks based on these other sports books. So liking this one as well here. You know, I don't like to go against these sports books, and that site helps you do it and find some of the best value out there. For the next one, I'm going to James Cook here over on the rushing yards at 55.5. I think this one kind of a no-brainer here. James Cook heavily featured with Buffalo this year that really wants to run the ball, and we've seen him smash this in a few games here. They have been involved in a bunch of blowouts this year, and like I said, this one is a -1 spread here, so game is expected to be closer and lower scoring, even though I think Buffalo will cover that spread of -1 here pretty easily in this one. I do think James Cook does get going. His rushing line's right around 14.5 rushing attempts here, so if he can get 14, 15 carries, I think should be able to smash this one in that closer game where they should be running the ball a good amount. So last game he had 82 rush yards in a close one that they ended up losing. The game before that, they got blown out, lost by 25. Obviously didn't have that many attempts and a good game in that one. Game before that, they won by 37. So again, didn't have to be in there running the ball a lot. First two games, 78 and 71. So they have been in a lot of blowouts where he hasn't had to run the ball a ton, but when he does, should be hitting this one 71, 78, 82 in kind of those closer games here where Cook has really gotten going. And the Jets, not a really great rush defense here. Their pass defense is better than their rushing defense. 14th in the league, right around the middle of the pack here, giving up 119 rushing yards per game, and versus running backs rank a little worse, giving up 99 yards per game to running backs. So liking those numbers for Cook as well. And we can see the rushing attempts in those three blowout games in the middle of their first and last game here. 11, 11, 9 carries last week, 20, 19 before that. So in the closer games, gets way more attempts as well. So liking James Cook. I think he could have a huge game here and liking that line. Then for the next one, we're going to Dalton Kincaid over on his receptions at 3.5. And similarly, Kincaid to Cook, in these closer games, he has done better here. Kincaid absolutely was smashing these numbers last year. Buffalo hasn't been as effective in the passing game this season so far. We could see that change in this one. It is a tougher matchup passing against the Jets, but I just think these really low numbers for Kincaid should be able to hit him on some short passes in this one to keep the chains moving, things like that. Going to be a safety blanket for Josh Allen in this game. We just haven't seen high completion numbers from Josh Allen, even though he's throwing about 30 passes a game. What we've seen from Kincaid here, he's only hit this in 2 of 5 games, but we have seen the targets go way up for him. He just hasn't caught that many of them like last week. Only caught 2 of 6 targets. Week before that, 5 of 7, 3 of 5. So the last 3 weeks, we've seen 5, 7, 6 targets. Great to see those target numbers up from just 2 and 4 in the first 2 weeks. Last season, as a rookie, he hit this in 13 of 18 games, 72% of the time. I think he's going to start breaking out in this season and starting with this game. So liking Kincaid to definitely have a good one here. Get back to what we've seen last season and hopefully get Josh Allen some shorter pass attempts here to complete a higher percentage of them and go to his safety blanket here in Kincaid. I was looking at the snap counts, looking back at James Cook, first game in the close one, 61% of the snaps. Last game was close as well, got 59%, the first and second highest percent of snaps for him. Looking at Kincaid, we saw 62% of the snaps after just 42, 53, 63 the week before that. Back to a high number at 62, so should be in there a lot, Cook and Kincaid, so definitely liking those two guys. And if you want more picks, I'm going to be giving out more picks for this game on Prizepicks and on Underdog in the Dynamo private Discord. These are the early picks we gave in the video. You saw what we did on NFL Sunday, 17-6 overall. I went 7-1, Volo 5-1, another one of our cappers. This is the overall record for the private Discord picks. But we also give out picks in all sports, so we do MLB, college football, as you can see, some huge hits over here, as well as MLB, more NFL. Had some huge hits this weekend as well. You can see some big slips being hit in the Discord. So definitely check it out. It's less than $1 per day or winning a $5 3-pick slip on Prizepicks. So if we can help you do that, definitely check it out. Just posting our favorite picks in all sports. And you guys got to be playing on Parlay Play as well. Free $5 for signing up and 100% deposit match to get different lines. A lot of slash props over here as well, so definitely check them out too. So sign up for Parlay Play, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys over in the Discord.